Welcome back. It's been a long program. We finally sat down, and it's been a fun program. These Christmas shows have just been enjoyable to put together, and they become time capsules, frankly, as do all the shows. So it's time for Community Notes with Irma Stevenson's. But Irma, Raylan, say one. Thank you, Raylan. Thank you. It is hot. Thank you. One tends to get spoiled. Irma.
John, this is a beautiful home, and I know I'm very prejudiced. It's my son's, but we're always welcome in any home in Paulsboro, though, John. And thank you.
You're very proud of all your kids. I mean, and and you as a parent, you lost a child.
Yeah, that was Walt. Walt was our flower child. Brenda is, of course, the court clerk in Paulsboro, court administrator. Walt Jr., who we lost, but he's always with us in spirit. Gary, of course, Gary's done many things. Now he's going to be an undertaker, but he's not giving me a discount when I die, John.
Oh, because you're probably going to be already partially ready to go.
Bonnie Haddock, who is, of course, their daughter. She's a nurse and married to, of course, Keki's son, John. And then we have Judy Suter, who made the cookies today. Excellent. With Fred. Fred's in the county prosecutor's office. And proud of all my grandchildren. And we have 5 great-grandchildren. I was just in Boston taking care of Tanner Stevenson Hamilton. And we had a new baby Abigail Llewellyn in April, so the family is growing. And of course my mother, John.
Your mother's absolutely beautiful, and I want to say ageless, and also let me say that this program wouldn't continue if it weren't for the driving spirit of Irma Stevenson and Fred Buchter's willingness to stay involved as he had, and Amy joins in on these kind of programs where they get pretty involved. But Irma, it's time for Community Notes.
Oh, it sure is. Happy birthday to Tom Fryer Sr., Tony Fleming, Emma Trumbull, Jane Wood, Debbie Smith, John, and Vince Manzoni. And Vince told me last night to wrestling media, say happy birthday to him. We love you, Vince. Stevie Gallagher, Tom Curl Jr. and Tom Curl Sr., Althea Miller, Arlene Clement, Jerome Beverly, Don Doak Jr., Joe Doak, Mark Vogeting, Bobby Atkinson, our dear friend in Williamstown, Janitas Waterman, and Zachary Waterman. Happy anniversaries, Nancy and Tony Fleming, Helen and Joe Ford, Sherry and Pat Byrne, Tony and Anthony Pavone, Debbie and Bob Damagers. Happy birthdays, happy anniversaries, and John, we all love you. And thank you, my Paulsboro people, and also people from West Deptford, East Greenwich. They recognize us, John.
They do. I mean, I travel around to a lot of places, and they always ask about Irma. And it don't seem to see, I'm on the show too, but they always ask for Irma. It's been a fun year. I mean, our season doesn't stop mid-year because we finish on into the 4th of July. But this is sort of a break point for all of us, as it is for everybody, because the calendar is going to change. So we look back a little bit and we look forward. We've enjoyed the vintage footage, although as I sit here with Irma, we're not sure what you've seen because Fred's got to work through. Some of the stuff, because of its age, we're going to lose, unfortunately, but hopefully most of it survives because there's many, many memories associated with this program for many years.
Remember Reggie Lewis's shoe and Joe Giovanetti's beautiful fruit dish that one Christmas?
Oh, let me tell you, Joe Giovanetti's been a highlight. We're going to ask Joe to join us as we move in. In fact, Irma, I'm going to stand up because I want Fred Buchter to come in. Fred, come on in. Read your notes. There's somebody in a red suit where it's with his cookie segment. You can't beat her, can you?
Our favorite.
Can't beat her.
Our favorite. Santa Claus and Mrs.
We welcome Santa Claus. Fred, come on to the front here.
Come on, Fred.
Amy's jumped behind the camera. Fred, come on in. Get in the middle. The camera guy and the director never gets seen. We want you to see him. He is a Paulsboro resident. And 22 years ago, when this was just an idea, it was Fred Buchter who stepped up and said, you know what, let's give it a try. We ought to be able to get at least a season out of it. Well, that was 22 years ago. But he is the most patient of persons because working with myself and my hectic schedule, and Irma's always available, but Fred's always been there. Fred, you've been with cable since its locals begun. You've been with Store, you've been with Comcast, now you're with GCIT. I think there's still a place for this kind of programming.
Oh, definitely. It's a good thing that we keep it going all these years.
People watch, and by the way, for yourself and John Mondelli, who's been a big supporter, Stan Ritter as well, and a lot of people have come through this show. When I look back, we've had good people associated with it, come through in internships. You've mentored a lot of people into different careers.
Yeah, we've had people go on to broadcast stations, cable networks, NFL films, different places. It's been great.
Anything to get away from this show?
Yeah, exactly.
Fred, your mother is still alive, but your father's passed away. They've been longtime Paulsboro residents. Your father was a photographer?
He worked as a photographer. He worked with the Paulsboro Police Department and then moved up to the county and was the first identification officer that all the shows that are on TV now. He started doing it so many years ago.
Yeah, he was ahead of his time in that respect.
Oh, definitely.
Well, we can't thank you enough because this wouldn't happen without your willingness to be involved in it. I mean, I'm always the last person in. It depends on my schedule, then Irma's, but Fred is always there. And they're very grateful to Fred. And Amy Cook, who's behind the camera, has been very loyal. Amy tells us there's a Facebook page, Irma.
Can you believe over 300 people? We have people from Boston, North Carolina. Come on our Facebook, give us our comments, and make constructive. But I think they will. They want to know what real color hair I have, John, but I don't remember.
Well, we're not going to ask for evidence of that this evening because, again, as I said at the early part of the program, it's a family show. We're going to take Irma at his word that in fact is her hair color. But Kid Prima had a fan club. Of course, only had one person.
One person, but and Arnold Bay.
Arnold Bay was the best.
He was the best, John. We have had so much fun on the show, and it's history. It might be a little shaky at times, but we have Pastor Kevin singing with CC and Sherry tonight, and we've had wonderful people go past our camera, and thank you to Fred and Amy and, of course, Bill.
It's been a real privilege. Santa?
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, John.
And many thanks to you.
Merry Christmas, John. Irma.
I wonder what Irma's going to get for Christmas. That's going to do it. This is 2010, heading into 2011. We approach the new year with optimism, both for this community and for all of you who are watching. Irma?
Well, for our men and women overseas, which our grandson's going back in January, it's going to be tough. But you know what? We're America, and we're Paulsboro Red Raiders, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and have a blessed day.
Well said.
And Happy New Year to everybody.
Well put. For Bill Crane, who couldn't be with us this evening, until next time, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.